Hi guys, Dinner Lady here. Right, today I'm going to be doing, it's Sunday for us, and like I said the last time, we've booked a holiday, so we're going to try and get used up as much stuff as what we possibly can. So today I'm going to be doing a Cheats Rarebit pork chop with some crispy rosemary potatoes. So I'll bring you down and I'll show you the ingredients. Right, so I've got some pork loin chops which we had in the freezer. So I've taken those out. I didn't realise there was actually 6 in the packet, but I'll just do all 6 and we can just maybe have them for lunch tomorrow with a bit of salad. I need 100 grams of mature cheddar or whatever cheddar that you prefer, 2 tablespoons of whole grain mustard, and about 4 tablespoons of creme fraiche. That is for the Cheats Rarebit. So for the potatoes, like I say, I need to use these up. So I've got some potatoes on there, I've got 3 cloves of garlic, a sprig of rosemary and some bicarbonate soda. So apparently when you put that in, it does actually make your potatoes crispier. So let's give that a go and see if it actually does work. And I've just got some frozen broccoli and frozen sprouts, obviously out of the freezer, and I'm just going to let them defrost like that while I'm doing the rest, and then they'll probably go in the air fryer for between 6 and 7 minutes, and they come out crispy on the outside and really lovely on the inside. So let's crack on. The first thing I'm going to do is get the potatoes on. Right, so I've just peeled them. I'm just going to do small ones. Let's see about that. And then what I'm going to do is I want to give them a quick rinse in the pan. And then, as you know me, I always like to use boiling water, just saves time. Right, so I'm just going to give them a quick rinse and I'll come back. Right, so I have my boiling water there. Just going to fill that up so if it steams you up a little bit. Trying to do it so it doesn't splash. Then salt. Potatoes are very bland, so a bit of salt in there, and we're going to give this a go. I read about it ages ago actually, and I thought, right, I'm going to give it a go. About a teaspoon of bicarb. It's fizzing already, look. Must be some sort of chemical reaction. So I'm going to get these on to boil, and we'll check on with the garlic and the rosemary. Right, so the first thing I'm going to do is put about 5 tablespoons of olive oil in this pan. I know it sounds a lot, but it's flavour at the end of the day. Let's get rid of that. And I'm going to strip off the rosemary. I'm trying to keep an eye out because I've got washing out on the line. It says it's going to rain. So I'm trying to make sure that if it starts to spit, I can go straight out and get it in. So I'm just going to chop this rosemary up. Right, so I've just chopped that rosemary up, and that goes straight into the cold olive oil. Move that out of the way. And then we're going to drop my spoon. And then I'm just going to grate in the 3 cloves of garlic. That done. So we're going to go over to the hob and we will start to warm this up. Right, so I have that on the smallest ring, and I'm just going to put it on low and let that gently heat up and infuse that olive oil with the garlic and the rosemary. Right, so I've had that going for a couple of minutes, and you want it just to go until you can smell the garlic and the rosemary. Just a little bit longer. You just want a little bit of colour on that garlic. Not too much, you don't want it burnt, just a little bit. Right. I think that's just about it. So I'll turn this off and we'll come back over to the bench. Right, so I've got a big bowl there and my strainer, and I'm just going to strain this oil through there. Now that's lovely and infused. A bit of kitchen roll because the sun has come down the side there. But keep a hold of these bits as well, because these will go on at the end. So just put them to one side, and that's what we're going to toss our potatoes in once they're finished boiling. Right, so while the potatoes are still boiling, I've just taken the pork loin chops out, and I'm just going to dry them off just to make sure that they are nice and dry. Don't forget the sides as well. I'm not going to put these on to cook yet because you've still got to crispen up your potatoes and everything anyway. So these will only take, what, I'd say about 5 minutes aside. So I'm just going to pop them, see if I can get them all into this pan. Yeah, sure will. And I'm not going to salt and pepper them until they're just about to go in as well. And now I'm going to get on with the rarebit topping. Right, so I've got the 100 grams of grated cheddar there, and I want about 4 tablespoons of the creme fraiche. There we go. Right. I'm just going to give this a wash for then I can use it for the mustard. And I want 2 tablespoons of whole grain mustard. Or if you don't like whole grain, use any mustard that you like. And then we just mix this all together. It will come together eventually. There we go, it's starting already. Go. Just use that, get it off so it gets all mixed in properly as well. Right, so I'm just going to put that back in the fridge until I need it. Right, so I've drained off the potatoes, and I've just given them just a couple of minutes just to steam off most of the extra. I'll put that to one side. Am I like the day? Right, give them a top on that. Just make sure you get your little edgy bits. So you know they're the bits that's going to go nice and crispy. Bit of salt at this stage. I'm just going to go and get the pan that I'm going to be doing them in, and it's the top part of the Kasori twin tower. Just get them in there. All of that oil, olive oil, don't waste it, it's expensive stuff. So I'm going to get that in. I'm going to check it after about 15 minutes. Right, so I'm getting these back out of the fridge, and I'm just going to do some salt and pepper on them, both sides. That just going to use a bit of white pepper because it's handy. And turn them over. I'm going to pop these into the oven for about 5 minutes. Turn them over, sorry, and then give them another 5 minutes. And pretty thin, so they shouldn't take much to cook. I've got the oven on at 175. Right, so they've had 5 minutes on each side. So now all I'm going to do is divide this between them. If there's some left, that's great. It'll just make a lovely sandwich. Will spill over. Try and get as much onto the pork as you possibly can. The pork's cooked now, I've tested it. So when it goes back in, it's only really to melt this rarebit topping. Right, so I'm going to put that in for about 5 minutes. Right, so while they're having the last 5 minutes, these look amazing, they smell incredible. And so this little bit of rosemary and garlic that was left, just going to toss that round and put that back in for the same 5 minutes as what I'm doing the pork chops with. So they're going to go back in for another 5 minutes. Right, so that's the roasties done. I'm just going to put a plate out for Ian for the moment, and I'll get mine in a bit. Nice and crispy mind. Here's some air fried veggies. We love them like this, to be perfectly honest. Just give them a nice roasted taste rather than just being boiled. Right. And I'm just going to get the pork chops out of the oven and we can finish this off. Right, that's the pork chops out of the oven now. Don't they look absolutely divine? And you are all going to spill out lovely. Oh. A little bit of these juices. Let's put them over here. Here we go. Right, so that is the fake rarebit with crispy rosemary garlic potatoes and roasted veg. Right, so there we go. That's the rarebit, crispy roast potatoes and roasted veg.
Right, got my weapons, looking forward to this. It smells absolutely amazing. So I'm going to start with these rarebit pork chops, pork steaks, pork chops really because there's not much bone on them. Whoa, look at that. Wowzers. The pork's lovely and juicy. That topping with the mustard and the cheese is just absolutely amazing. Absolutely banging. Like, let me try one of these roasties. I've been smelling these all afternoon. It's making me hungry. Like the rosemary and the garlic. You can smell it. And you know me, I'm not a potato fan as such. But crispy outside, nice and fluffy in the middle, and the rosemary and garlic flavour, absolutely delicious. And I will just try these veggies. Again, air fried. We like them nice and crispy. It just puts a little bit of extra texture on there, doesn't it?
And flavour. And being boiled.
Yeah.
You had the crisp on it.
Again, absolutely amazing. Perfect combo. So you've got your carbs, your protein and your veg. It's a winner. Right, I'm going to leave that there because obviously the football's on shortly. So I'm going to finish that off before I go watch the football. So again, thank you everybody for watching. Thanks for all your likes, for all your shares, all your subscriptions, all your lovely comments and all your lovely recipe ideas. Keep them all coming. We're on a countdown to the holidays now. We've only got 5 days left at work and then we're on our holidays. So we're really, really looking forward to that. I think we really need it.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'll stop waffling and we'll catch you guys on the next one. See you later.
See you later, guys. Thank you.
Bye.